Imagine you're a small shopkeeper, your oldest customer, a powerful, always armed, who was supposed to protect your shop for 70 years. But lately, he's been distracted by other brands, unpredictable and expensive to keep around. Then a new customer walks in, richer, quieter, and he's offering you a very good deal. What do? You simply hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. This is exactly the situation Saudi Arabia, the UAE, and the Gulf countries are facing at the moment. Since the 1940s, the countries in the Gulf and the US had a simple deal: security in exchange for oil, for which the US built military bases across these countries. It deployed its navy to protect the Strait of Hormuz. In return, Gulf oil flowed in dollars, keeping the US dollar the world's reserve currency. It was a partnership built on mutual need. But cracks started forming. The U.S. shale revolution made America energy independent. It no longer needed Gulf oil the way it once did. Washington started pivoting toward Asia, reducing its Middle East footprint. Then came the Abraham Accords, the chaotic Afghanistan withdrawal, and Iran was 2 weeks away from building a nuclear bomb. Well, at least for the last 2 decades. Gulf leaders began asking a dangerous question: can we still count on Washington when it really matters? Meanwhile, China was quietly doing what it does best: business. It became the largest buyer of Saudi and UAE oil. In 2023, Beijing pulled off something Washington never managed. It brokered a peace deal between Saudi Arabia and Iran. That was a massive signal. China wasn't just a trading partner anymore, it was becoming a diplomatic player. Saudi Arabia and UAE both joined BRICS. Gulf states started settling some oil trades in Chinese yuan instead of dollars. So did the Gulf states dump America? No, and that's the key insight. They are hedging, a strategy where you don't pick one side, you extract maximum benefit from both. U.S. bases stay to protect them. U.S. weapons deals continue. But simultaneously, Chinese investment pours in. Russian energy coordination happens through OPEC+. Iranian relations quietly normalize. It's not betrayal, it's survival politics. Small states have always done this. The Gulf states have just gotten very good at it. Here's what makes this fascinating. Hedging actually gives the Gulf states more leverage than pure loyalty ever did. When Saudi Arabia delayed an oil production increase in 2022, Washington was furious but couldn't do much about it. When the UAE started considering Huawei infrastructure, the US protested, and the UAE listened selectively. The more indispensable you are to both superpowers, the more both superpowers court you. The Gulf states have discovered that sitting at the center of a rivalry is actually a position of power. But this strategy has real risks. If U.S.-China tensions escalate into open conflict, Gulf states will eventually be forced to choose. Hedging works in a world of competition. It breaks down in a world of confrontation. There's also the Iran factor. Normalizing with Iran pleases China and reduces regional tension, but it alarms Israel and complicates the U.S. relationship. The Gulf states are walking a tightrope, and the rope is getting thinner. The Gulf states aren't being disloyal to America. They're being rational. In a world where 2 superpowers are competing for influence, small but resource-rich nations have a rare window to maximize their position. The real story of West Asia today isn't about who wins the military contest. It's about who builds the better long-term relationship with the states sitting on the world's most critical energy supplies. And right now, the Gulf states are making everyone compete for that privilege.